Hello everybody. Previously on Road Nomad, we drove from Miami, Florida to Savannah, Georgia, spending the night at Daytona Beach and enjoying this beautiful sunrise. Then we continued north, passing by historic Fort Matanzas on our way to San Agustin. We had lunch at Jacksonville, and as the night caught up with us, we arrived at Savannah, one of my favorite cities. Let's explore beautiful Savannah, shall we? We have arrived at the HYATT. Using the Hotel Tonight app, we got this great deal at the centrally located HYATT Regency, right on River Street. It doesn't really get any better than this. It was less than $100, and of course, when you get these great deals, they nickel and dime you for everything else, but I believe it was worth it. We have a great view of the river from our room. Later that night, we take a stroll along River Street, which has a bunch of shops, restaurants, and bars. They have a Wet Willie's, which used to be one of my favorite bars in Miami Beach before it got too popular. We really want to walk around, but we're exhausted from the long road trip, so we decide to finish the night at the Bohemian Hotel next door, which has a rooftop nightclub called Rocks on the Roof, with live music and great ambiance. From Savannah, Georgia. Good morning. We walk around this historic and beautiful city. We see City Hall from Bull Street, which is right next to our hotel, and then enjoy the beautiful vegetation of Johnson Square. We walk up to Alice Square and City Market, which is a touristy pedestrian street with a bunch of bars and restaurants. At the end of City Market, across Franklin Square, we see the First African Baptist Church, which claims to be derived from the first Black Baptist congregation in North America. They do have a museum. As you've seen, the historic district is dotted with a grid of all these charming squares, such as Chippewa Square, where they filmed the movie Forrest Gump. The actual bench in the movie was a fiberglass prop, and it doesn't really exist. Bummer. Passing by the first Girl Scouts headquarters in the United States, we arrive at Clary's for breakfast. We are having breakfast at Clary's. The place has been here forever. This has been a Savannah hangout place since 1903, and it was made even more famous after it was portrayed in the book Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil. By Lafayette Square, as we head back north on Abercorn Street, we see the Cathedral of Saint John the Baptist. Its congregation was founded in the late 1700s by French immigrants. A little further down the street, we pass by Colonial Park Cemetery. It's the oldest one in Savannah. It was established in 1750 and is a popular destination for ghost tours. It was vandalized by the federal troops during the Civil War, but has been restored ever since. We are back at Bay Street, which runs parallel to River Street, where the hotel is, and there's a bunch of quirky shops right behind the riverfront shops. This is the oldest continuously operating English Freemasons lodge in the Western Hemisphere. Yeah, amazing the stuff you learn on the internets. Okay, it's time to leave the comfort of our riverfront room as we must continue on the road, but not before seeing a little more of beautiful Savannah. Grabbing a tip from travel writer Pico Iyer, we turn off the GPS and try to reach our next destination on pure instinct and a sense of orientation. In this case, I'm trying to find FORSYTH Park, which is just south of the historic district. And here we are. Let's go around the park. What the heck. Savannah, by the way, is the historical birthplace of Georgia. It was settled in 1733. The city maintains its antebellum charm, antebellum meaning ante, before, bellum, war, so basically it was spared the devastation of the Civil War. The mayor gave Sherman's men run of the city in exchange for leaving it untouched. Pretty much like the French did with Paris during World War II. That's why that cemetery got all messed up, but everything else was left pretty much intact. So we can see it today. Smart guy, that mayor. Not brave, but smart. Okay, enough of that. We passed by Mansion, which is a very luxurious hotel with a very nice nightclub where I played with my band a few years back. Well, let's see Forsyth Park. The iconic overhanging trees. The Forsyth Fountain, which dates back to 1858. The Spanish moss-draped oak trees. There's a bronze bust of Major General Lafayette McLaws in front of the Confederate monument back there. We walk back to the fountain, which is similar to those in Place La Concorde in Paris. And we make sure we are observing the sidewalk rules, of course. And with that, we almost say goodbye to Savannah for now. Lastly, we cruise along historic Jones Street. It's a very picturesque, luxurious residential area. Of course, the cobblestones don't help with the camera stability, but who cares? We pass by Clarice once again, and the place where I stayed when I came to Savannah with the band back in 2006 or 2007. It's the Blue House. Time to hit the road as we continue relentlessly on our journey north towards New York City. We take the Talmadge Memorial Bridge across the Savannah River and into the great state of South Carolina. I hope you have enjoyed our short tour of this beautiful city. We really wish we could have stayed longer, but we must continue. Our next stop, Charleston. Don't forget to send me your comments or suggestions and check out our previous videos in which we visited Las Vegas and the Grand Canyon, and also our journey along the Pacific Coast Highway in California. Also check out part 1 of this trip so you can see how we drove from Miami to Savannah. I am your host, Robert Morales, wishing you pleasant journeys and see you on the road. Thank you for watching. Bye now.